Something is shifting on college campuses. You can see it in this footage. We have a left-wing student take the stage. We can already anticipate what she's going to say. She doesn't feel safe around white people. She's embarrassed about America because it began as a colony. But something interesting happens here when Sam asks the students, is there anyone who disagrees?
I would love to give this mic to somebody who's going to say, you know what? I just don't necessarily agree with everything that she just said.
Wow, okay.
Look at all the hands going up. They're more engaged than I've ever seen them. Because these students can see it's the standard left-wing perspective. Racism is baked within the very fabric of America so deeply that we can't even see it.
I see it. It's so baked into everyday life that people don't even notice it anymore.
What's the it?
Like racism, like prejudice.
We're beginning to see the rumblings from the students in the audience.
Wait, there's a lot of response to what you just said.
They seem more engaged right now than they usually do. What does that tell us? They're hungry for this kind of conversation.
When someone is hearing you say, it's just baked in, which to me makes me feel like I couldn't even see it. What do you see that other people don't see?
Yes, that is what she's saying. My racism is so deeply ingrained, I can't even see when I am being racist, which is very convenient because then my microaggressions do not require evidence.
Well, most people that don't really experience it don't really notice how much I have to think about it. It's like, oh, I am in the space with a lot of white people. Hi. And sometimes I walk into a room and I have to be like, okay, I have to lock in and make sure I am safe.
That's interesting because that statement right there is racist. Imagine switching the color. I'm in this room with a lot of fill in the blank and then to claim I don't feel safe. Wait, what did you just say?
What's your solution, given what you know?
Well, I think it's so systematic that you can't really expect the solution.
And this is the claim of systemic racism. Well, it's just so deeply ingrained. It's so baked within the system that I can't point to it.
It is also our duty to band together and be like, guys, wait, we need to also be a part of the conversation with the people that enact change at a federal level.
Can you point to a single federal law that is racist?
Our nation, and I say that kind of begrudgingly, because from a colony.
Another stereotype. I'm embarrassed about America because we began as a colony.
Our nation wasn't really made with everybody in mind. It was just kind of made with the white man in mind. And kind of also just the white man with money.
Something interesting happens here.
So let me ask you this. Although that has changed a lot, right?
It has.
Does this claim hold up today? And Sam spots this flaw and points it out. Watch this part.
In fact, not only is it an immense amount of change, but...
What are you referring to when you say that?
Well, I'm just thinking about, you said white man with money, and I'm like, well, actually, from what I see, it's people with money.
Well, yes, actually,
okay?
yeah.
And it's also countries with money.
Mm-hmm.
And so that includes the United States, and Puerto Rico's part of the United States. So it's like Puerto Rico's not Haiti. You know what I mean? Puerto Rico's not the DR, although, you lost electricity and it was out for 4 months or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Love that time. That was so fun. Guys,
okay,
that was so fun.
So then it actually gets really complicated.
If you want to use the socioeconomic lens, fair enough, I'm with you. She's bringing in race to it. That's where you're losing me.
If your voice didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to take it away.
Okay.
Her next stereotypical claim, they're trying to take your voice away from you. Today, when we have more access to putting our voice out there than ever before.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, so you ready? If your voice was good, they wouldn't be taking it away. So
wait, can you say that? How did you say that? If your voice didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to take it away.
Okay, so you ready?
Okay.
Freedom of speech is in a healthier place today than in the last 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, look at this footage as an example. This is a college classroom.
So I would love to give this mic to somebody who's going to say, you know what? I just don't necessarily agree with everything that she just said.
And this is where it gets interesting.
Dude.
Wait, everything. They have to agree.
No,
with,
no, no, not everything.
That was.
I like Lori. I've had dinner with Sam and Lori. They balance each other out. She's very sensitive to disagreement. It's okay to have disagreement. This kind of conflict leads to student engagement. That's why we're seeing more engagement in this class than we usually see.
No.
Okay, not everything, but a few things that she
Something.
just said.
What are you saying
Some
specifically?
things, like, for example, no, hang on.
Look at all the hands going up. They're more engaged than I've ever seen them.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, wait. Hang on. No. Wait.
You can tell the students want to have this conversation, so let them have it. Because these students can see that it's the standard left-wing narrative in perspective.
Given what you just said, which is, it's fine. It's kind of a standard, middle of the road, like a more liberal leftist critical perspective, which is fun, which is the dominant perspective.
Students are more willing to push back on what was the dominant narrative. All these classes are live streamed. You can look at the footage. They are more engaged here than I've ever seen them.
And I said, hey, I want to get someone who disagrees with a lot of what she just said. And a lot of hands went up, and a lot of people didn't even have time to put your hands up because you didn't do it. I just want to tell you something. 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, but definitely 10 years ago, nobody would have volunteered to come up here and say what they disagree with that she just said. And so talk about change and talk about like the DEI stuff. And the reason is because DEI just shut everything down. It's like, man, you better follow a certain narrative or that's it. And you all are suddenly, a lot of you in here are like, oh yeah, I'll come up. You would never have come up 10 years ago. You'd have just been like, nope.
And again, you're going to hear Lori jump in. Wait a minute, there's good things about DEI.
I'll just sit right here, man. So
And
anyway.
you also you said DEI shut everything down. That's not what you mean, because it also did.
It opened up a lot of cool things.
It logically does not work, and I don't see a single benefit beyond, well, it leads to interesting conversations. It's a noble pursuit, but it's a bad idea.
It opened up lots of conversations. We had great conversations in here.
But all you're talking about is a dominant perspective, which I forget who was just up here when we talked about maybe it was you, progress, right? There's been progress. So this became a dominant perspective.
Yeah, it became
which made other perspectives not dominant. And you're saying, oh, wow.
It didn't just make the other perspectives not dominant, it suppressed the other perspectives by becoming the dominant perspective.
If people disagree, so many of you, that's
fucking awesome.
Things are shifting.
And if you're watching on YouTube, what you don't understand is how many people in this classroom would have come up here to speak right now. And that is something that's really a cool change that has happened because we want to hear voices. Okay, go ahead.
Tell us about you.
But who would have thought we would have professors pointing out how DEI and equity became the dominant narrative in college classrooms and saying that in a college classroom.
So if you're one of those people and you're like, no, man, I want to jump in on that conversation, we're going to do a whole class on how maybe from your perspective, like maybe somehow we're just getting stuff wrong.